So there were a lot of reasons why I got involved in government. One, to be a service to my hometown. I was born and raised in Mississippi, specifically Moss Point. I come from a state where Republicans are in a supermajority and Democrats are in a super minority. And it's easy to do. It's easy to pit one party against the other. In the legislature, of course, it's all about numbers. And we're in a space where there are no conversations being held because you have so many votes on one side that there's no reason to have conversation on the other side with the other side because you don't need their votes. And to me, that creates a very toxic and tainted process for government. It's not the way democracy should work. And so what we see now is legislation that just comes to the floor and kind of pushed out and Democrats are like, we haven't had a chance to read it. We don't know what this is about. We're reading on the floor. And they're just running legislation through. In an ideal government, honestly, you'd have conversation. You'd have processes that protect the minority just like it does the majority. And those rules within the chamber are to create level playing fields because where there lie good legislation, it should move through the process. And where there are introduction of bad legislation, it shouldn't, or at least there should be an opportunity and a space for people of different thought processes to come to a table and create a better piece of legislation that we can present to the floor and can move through the process. The Future Caucus Network is and forever will be, I think, the foundation of change in relations to government. They are the pivotal apparatus for governments around the country in regards to helping not only millennial lawmakers or young lawmakers, however you want to phrase it, but it is creating a model, so to speak, of how to transform partisan gridlock and how it is possible, how it's always been possible to have conversation about issues in spaces that may be uncomfortable.